everybody, we're super excited about this video we're going to do. It's going to be something that's a little different. We're actually going to be addressing the questions that you have asked us. Now, we've scoured the millions of questions you guys have posted. I say that jokingly, but we're just, me and Kaylee are a little surprised at how many questions we've been getting. And we thought, let's just do a video where we specifically answer those. And so Kaylee, what you got for us? What's your first question you want to get into?
So the first question I have today is from Carolyn, and she asks, how do you remove/delete a team or department from a shared plan in Microsoft Teams? So I'm going to share with you guys today how to do that. So let me share my screen. Here's what you would do. When you are trying to delete a shared plan, you're going to go inside the specific team that you would like to delete from the plan. When you're inside of that team, you're going to hover over the shared plan that you would like. So right here, I have the test shared plan at the top of this general channel. When you right click on it, you have some options here. One of the options is remove. When you click on that, it's going to give you the opportunity to remove this plan from this team. It's going to remove the team from the plan. But if you would like to completely delete the plan, you can click this box here that says permanently delete this plan in all tasks. Now, if you have another team connected to it that's still using the plan, you would not click that and you would just select remove. And it will then remove the test shared plan from this team. So they no longer have access to it or can look at it, but it does not completely delete the plan from the other teams. Okay. I hope that makes sense, because you really don't want to click that box if you have data that you're trying to save. But I hope this helps you. So Bobby, you have a question that you're going to answer now. So what is that?
Okay. So MD Hannon says, hello guys. Thank you for the video. Thanks. Appreciate that. It is beneficial, but I'm facing a problem with the snooze option, as after snoozing the mail, I'm not able to find the email as no snooze folder is created in my Outlook. The answer is it creates it by default. So it should be there. Now, just to make sure that we're not dealing with a trick question here, is that the desktop app does not have the snooze feature by default. You could see that folder if you did use snoozing on webmail. It will create that folder and you will be able to view it. But you can only snooze from the webmail option using the right click, and then you can pick the snooze options. So with that being said, it's very easy to miss it because it could be nested underneath a whole bunch of other folders that you may have underneath your inbox. So you want to go to the very bottom and you should see that snooze folder. And if you just right click on it and say you want to add it to your favorites, now it'll be on the top, and then anything you'll snooze, you can quickly see it. So I hope that helps answer your question. So Kaylee, let's kick it back to you, because I think you have another question you want to go over.
Yes, this one comes from Nicholas. I'm going to say Doak, but don't know if that's right. So sorry, Nicholas, if I mispronounced your last name. But he said, nice video with good editing tips, but how do you create a SharePoint site like the title indicates? You really be coming at me with this comment. Great question, Nicholas. And it is a very simple answer. So I'm going to answer that for you today. So let me share my screen. Here is the home page of SharePoint. And the simple way to create a site is you go to the top left-hand corner and you click on the plus button that says create site. When you do that, you're going to have two options here. The simple way to describe these two sites that you have is somebody from outside your organization going to be accessing this site a lot? If the answer is yes, then you would use a communication site. If the answer is no, then you would use the team site. So for us, we have many team sites, and that is just for inside our organization with just our team accessing most of this information. But if you're having a client portal maybe, or something that a lot of your clients are going to be accessing, you would create the communication site. So I'm going to create a team site today. Then you can title that with whatever you'd like, put a description, and then click next. And it's going to create the site. Then from there, you can follow my video that I'll have linked above, and that will continue to show you how to create the most efficient SharePoint site for your team. And I hope that this helps you guys get even more started with creating those SharePoint sites. I did want to note one thing though. There is another way that you can create a SharePoint site, and that is through Microsoft Teams. if you have heard us talk about Microsoft Teams, anytime you create a team inside Microsoft Teams, you're also creating a SharePoint site that is attached to that. So I just wanted to make sure you guys understood that if you are using Microsoft Teams, that is also occurring. Another question we had was from, I'm going to say Chetan. I hope I'm pronouncing that correct. Sorry if I'm not. It says Outlook web app consumes more RAM than Outlook application. Also, while using Outlook web app, I'm getting less battery life. I'm using a Surface Laptop 3 13-inch Intel version when compared to Outlook for the desktop application. So I was very curious, Bobby, your opinions on this. Is that true?
Okay, so great question. And sadly, there isn't a simple answer to that, but I will try my best. First, when you start thinking about the memory, he's 100% correct that it's going to gobble up more memory because your web browser by nature tends to be very greedy. And then when you have your antivirus on top of that, as soon as you open a web browser at all, you'll notice it opens like 5 to 10, sometimes 15, sometimes 20 instances of a browser as it's trying to get things ready for multi-threading, as it's also trying to get things ready for like your AV to get in there to kind of see what's going on. That all consumes memory. So yes, if you're going to be checking your email through your webmail, memory-wise, it's going to gobble up. But the sword cuts the other way when you start doing searches. So with Outlook, its search indexing service can be kind of unwieldy. They've made significant improvements in Windows 10 as well as in 11, but still it's going to have an impact on your system resources. So if you happen to have lower memory consumption, or not memory consumption, but if you happen to have lower quantities of memory, like 4 gigs or less, Outlook might be a better choice for you just because you're going to be burdened with how much memory you're going to have available to utilize. But if you have a lot more memory than that, and you have some to spare, I feel like the web option is just a better choice for you, given the fact that you have faster searches and there's some other capabilities that we've covered in multiple other videos that Kaylee may or may not link in this, that you just have in the webmail that you don't have in the desktop version. But I think it was a really good question. I just wanted to address that because it really has to come down to the scenario of what you're trying to avoid. If you're trying to keep your memory consumption to an absolute minimum, then yes, I agree with you. The desktop app would probably be the best choice. So great question. Okay, so our next question is going to be from Marvin Manzano. And it reads, does the Outlook web version have an option to drag and drop an email into calendars so it creates a calendar event, plus have the email as an attachment? Outlook app has this feature, and I have been looking for a workaround on my web version to move completely away from the Outlook app. Thanks in advance. First off, kudos for wanting to go to the web app.
Woohoo!
2 thumbs up. Good.
2 thumbs up.
Kaylee, did you want to take this?
Yes, I would love to. And it is actually very simple to do this inside the web version as well. Now, the drag and drop feature, not so much. There's not really a drag and drop feature, but I feel like personally it's way better than a drag and drop feature. So let me share my screen.
Dragging, wars have been started over improper dragging and dropping. So
wars have been started. So we're trying to avoid that today. So I've got this email here, and what I would like to do is create an event using this email. How I'm going to do that is I'm going to create it by clicking these 3 dots in the top right-hand corner of the email that say more actions. When you click on that, you have an option for other reply actions. When you hover over that, it's going to give you the option for reply all by meeting. That's what you're going to want to click. When you click that, it's going to pop up this meeting invite. It's going to title it what the email was titled as the subject, and it's going to invite everyone who is in that email chain. Then if you scroll down, you can see that the email is set as an attachment. So that is an easy way to do that with literally just 2 clicks. So I hope that was helpful for you, because I love using that feature, and 10 out of 10 would recommend you to use it as well. So the last question that we have here is from Vic Lesage, and it was actually posted just a few hours ago from creating this video. And first he asked, is this channel still being monitored? The answer is yes, Vic. Hello, we're here. But he said, looking for a way to randomly / equally label emails that come into a shared inbox so that the members can be assigned emails in which they will be tasked to respond to. Any tips or ideas for third-party software would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so we talked about
so many questions about this one.
Yes, yeah. So we need a little bit more information as far as what we can automate with rules and things inside of, Outlook itself. But we also do have the opportunity for something called Power Automate. Power Automate is something that Microsoft does give you with many of their licenses. I'm pretty sure almost all of them. So check to see what your license will allow you to have. But if you have Power Automate, this is a great tool where you can basically automate different softwares and products, connect them together, make it a lot more efficient for your team. And there's many, many options for Outlook. For Outlook specific inside of this product. So I would suggest looking into Power Automate. But for a simplistic answer as well, I would create inside of Outlook categories that are titled with the different people. You can assign people with rules different categories as those emails come in. But again, we're not sure exactly what Vic is wanting, when those emails are coming in. So as far as automation, I would highly suggest checking out Power Automate. And as we were looking into it, it made us want to create a video on it ourselves. So maybe that video is coming up soon. And if that is, I'll link it in the description when I make it. So that's pretty cool.
Right. And I've used it in the past, but when I used it, it was called Flow. So they've changed the name to Power Automate just because it's cooler. And I think they've added some more features as well. So probably a name change is warranted, but its capabilities are pretty extensive. And I would love to see your opinion on, if you take a shot at it, how it turns out.
Yes, for sure. Yeah. Comment below if you check it out and see, let us know what you think. So I hope you guys really enjoyed us answering some of your questions today. This is hopefully just one of many videos that we do involving your actual comments and questions that you have. So again, if you have questions about anything that we're talking about here in this video or in any of our other videos, please make sure to comment down below and we'll do our best to answer as many as we can. Also, like with Vic's question, we need more details. So there's nothing wrong with giving us a lot of description on what you're looking for so that we can help you answer it as best as we can and problem solve with you. So we hope you guys enjoyed this video today, and make sure to hit the like button if you want us to create a video like this again, and hit subscribe so that you don't miss out anytime we upload a new video. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.